Calmonier. Yo, it was most dope meeting you. It for
Bro,
real was
it
the
was dope
highlight
meeting
of the whole
you.
trip. It was heartbreaking loss, but we
Yeah.
ain't dead yet. Hope we went out.
Big facts, big facts. Yeah, so Cal Monnier, I pulled up when I was doing my interview with Merril Hoge. Shout out to Merril, man. Yeah, so we're doing that at the game. FedEx Great Hall. You know how we always do 90
Did you
minutes
see his
before
comments
every.
today?
I did not, bro. I literally
I think you'll enjoy them.
I've been like in and out of everything. So when you came in low key, Deke walked in on me. I was in the middle of meditating and watching tape. I had my Andre 3 Stacks the Flute album. You know, when he just. So yeah, man, I've been completely zoned out, man. Yeah, what did he say? I hope it was something. I don't even know. Give me something I can work with.
I think you're going to be surprised with what he says. Pleasantly surprised, though. I think this is going to be entertaining for you.
All right, give me something I can work with, baby.
He says on 102.5 DVE with Randy Ball.
Shout out to DVE, absolutely. He in the network.
It might be the worst group of route runners in the NFL, okay? Half the time they quit on routes. That Trubisky throw to Pat makes a move and just quits. So he's blaming the pick on Muth. There's more. There's a lot more. Hold on. Turning his attention to the Steelers' tight ends and their blocking in the run game, lack thereof. It's only the term I can think of, but our tight ends look like two turtles humping when you're blocking because you're not blocking anybody. I think that's it.
Did bro say two turtles humping, man? I love bro.
That's how he thinks our tight ends are blocking.
I love Merril, bro. Merril is the dude. He gonna say what he gonna say, but at the same time, he's gonna back it off of the tape. Now, Deke.
So the Mitch pick not on him, huh? Learning some things.
So don't think of it as with like in that vein of right versus wrong, on you versus not on you. But what he is saying is in terms of could Pat have helped him out? That's more so what he's alluding to.
Got in the way a little more.
Yeah. In terms of the
still
throw,
bad decision.
Yeah, in terms of the throw, I thought that Mitch just got tricked by the coverage, by the design. It was still a really good play. But the one thing that does hold true, I mean, some of y'all probably saw that in the game with the tight ends blocking. We kind of highlighted it when 33 Jennings, every time we tried to run the ball and Darnell was one-on-one with him, what it looked like. So a lot of times when Merril is talking, he watching the same tape all 22. I mean, he was pulling up, talking about some of the stuff that we got defensively that was showing up on tape that y'all probably didn't see in stadium.
Don't say any of it because the
Colts
might be watching.
I already know. But it was certain parts where you just like, bro, this is something that no one has talked about. But if you're watching this tape, bro, this is showing up. And this is something that we probably got to be a little cognizant of, man. Or when we complaining about get this person out, you like, bro, you don't want that, man. You ain't trying to do that. So, yeah, I get why he said what he said. Is his delivery. He go deliver it to you just, yeah.
Well, it goes hand in hand with what
just go drop it on you, bro.
Minka said post game after the Patriots, and also what some of these dudes are saying, like Ryan Clark, some of these Steeler legends,
It's
Clark,
true, bro.
Big Ben, AB, talking about us losing this Steeler way or not having that completely in our locker room. Like we do have dudes, obviously. Yeah. Minka's one of them. TJ, Cam, like there's certain dudes. Obviously, I pulled in the Steeler standard, but when you hear about lack of effort with the route running, lack of effort by some of our receivers. I mean, hate to point it out, but at the same time, like we're seeing it. Like it's literally out there.
Yeah, because the thing is that we deal with, and this is really the newer part of guys building our individual brands. The dynamic of we love a player so much because we feel like we're so close to him now because we have certain access, but we will overlook certain things that do show up repeatedly at different times. But because we might like a player or they play a position that we deem is more important, we just naturally will overlook or
they're giving us positive aspects in other ways, right, like just being good receivers, like Pickens and Deontay. They're good receivers.
But that's what we're saying. We can minimize the things that will make them great receivers because they're good receivers. But because of that, we're never going to maximize our potential and we're never going to get this offense where it needs to go. If a good player is playing okay, if a great player is playing good, and a good player is playing bad. You see what I mean? it's like we got a lot of the underachiever, not a lot of, but it's a good amount of it where we know a guy has more potential than what he's showing in terms of production. Heck, we talk Kenny every week about it, right? It's like, man, the production versus what we think he's truly capable of getting to, different. Receivers are like that. This O-line is like that, man. We was pissed off about the O-line the first couple games, first 2 months, because we like, man, what the expectation was based on what we got in terms of the compensation versus on what y'all actually showed us was a little bit different. So we do, have that, so to speak. And like I said, we just don't want to minimize it. We can't allow the dudes to be like, all right, man, well, I'm good enough. The people still going to love me when I show up. So that's all that matters, because that is the difference of you just being this kind of in-between team versus you either going that direction of being a great team or you going the direction of being a toilet. And you've heard me say this multiple times, just when me and you've been talking. It's like, we're in this phase where we can literally go and be a great team, or we can mess up and be a terrible team all like that right now, just because of where we're at. It's the weirdest thing, and that's a big reason why, even as a whole this season, we've been so high and low. 1 minute, man, we talking about really competing. Next minute, we like, bro, we need to fire everything and blow this thing up. But it's due to that. So.
And injuries have played a part.
Oh, a major part.
I think it'd be foolish to just dismiss that completely. But some of the other stuff that is popping up, there's no excuses for.
Yeah.
Like the lack of effort, the body language. Like, that's not cool, no matter who's out there.
And this is the thing. Based on what Merril has said and all of those things that he criticized, just you watching it, have you seen some of those things?
Absolutely.
And that's the unfortunate part.
But so here's the thing. Maybe I got to do a better job going forward, because I have overlooked it in a way. Because we brought it up several times with Pickens throughout the season. I've overlooked it in the past with Juju and Claypool. We were winning games, right?
Yeah.
But that's something it's just mandatory, whether winning or losing games, when you're talking about effort and just giving it your all out there for your team.
I think we saw the difference of.
But now we lost to these back-to-back, 2-win teams, and things are highlighted way more.
Yeah.
And people are talking about losing the Steeler way and all that. It's like, bro, this has to be the final wake-up call. Yeah. Because we do have 4 games. It's like, you either get on track and we get this thing right, get into the playoffs, or, we're going to have some serious conversations about – I know Tomlin will be brought up about, is he the right leader for the team? You know where I stand. Give him another year, but definitely for personnel then too.
Yeah, I think it goes hand in hand. Obviously, Coach, he got 1 year left on the deal. That's why I'm like, man, let it play out.
Someone reported he's back for 2024, which is no surprise to me. And I think he should. I agree with the report.
That's the final year of the deal. It's like, man.
But in terms of personnel changes, I brought it up last podcast. Claypool type of stuff, like. Not in addition through getting rid of good talent, but just the overall vibe of what you're trying to...
The energy of the room,
the message you're trying to send to the team.
Yeah.
Because, you saw it last year. We got rid of Claypool. Obviously a talent, but, it felt like we got the nonsense out of here. It seems like some of the nonsense is creeping back up. Not to the same way Claypool.
It's different.
Yeah, different.
It's different. I'm with you, though. I'm definitely with you, but it is a different style of it.
It's like, do you want to be here?
Yeah.
That's the question. It's like, do you want to be here? Do you want to be a Steeler?
Right.
It's been a little tough for the offense, but Deontay has talked about overcoming it and battling through it. But I don't know. I think
it's adversity.
We're seeing too much lethargic stuff now.
Yeah.
Not just him, but
the thing is, with adversity, you learn a lot about your team. You learn a lot about your players. You learn about your fan base, right? We say everybody shows up to work when you're winning. Everybody puts the extra work in when it's going gravy, right? Everybody loves the team. Everybody puts their gear on, their black and gold. They wear with big pride, paint their faces when we winning. When you have adversity, that's when you find out, okay, what's the makeup of these people in this room? Are they the type that is going to, put the extra work in, do all the little things to say, okay, so what? That's a shortcoming. All right, cool. Am I going to keep complaining about it, or am I going to figure out a way to win with it? It's one of two things. That's what we got to decide. Now, personally, I'm a big believer that you only need to decide once, and that was back in August when we said we're trying to win a championship. When you got to keep deciding each and every, all right, now I'm ready to get fired up this week because we done dropped 2 in a row. Everybody talking about how bad we are. I'm embarrassed, and the Colts coming into town. Oh, I'm hot now. I'm like, bro, that's short-lived. That's only going to last for what? A week? 2 weeks max? then I got to figure out another way to get you back pissed off. That's also a part of it.